Hi folks, I'm Gene McLoughlin. I'd like to welcome you to Old Bridge Outlook. And today it gives me a very special pleasure to introduce to you, if you haven't already met, our new mayor, Debbie Walker.
Hi, Gene.
Mayor, good to have you with us.
Thanks for coming.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
So we're also joined today by Mary Sohor, who is the president of the Township Council. And there's a lot going on, as you indicated earlier, Mary.
Yes, hi, Gene. Nice to see you again. It's a pleasure.
Okay, thank you. If I may with you, Mayor, you were on the council about 12 years.
12 years, yes,
12
Gene.
years.
At council at large.
At large.
Yes.
Did you learn anything there that you can apply now? It's helping you?
Oh, definitely. Being on the council has helped prepare me for the role of mayor very well. I learned about the budgeting process because, I went through 12 budget cycles.
Yes.
We went to all the budget subcommittee meetings to help me prepare for that. Also, dealing with the residents' concerns over the years has helped me. So it's definitely, I think it's very important to serve on the council before becoming mayor because it's like a training ground.
Right. When did you decide to become mayor?
I decided to become mayor after former mayor Henry decided to run for state senate.
Right.
And then I decided to step up and replace him.
And it was well done, too. The timing was good, and everything was good. The vibes were good.
Yes, of course, I would never run if Mayor Henry was going to continue on his role as mayor because he was doing such an amazing job.
Well, we're delighted to have you with us. And folks, Mayor is going to be the co-host with me for most of our programs where we bring in special guests. What was the reaction of the residents when you put your name out there?
I think I was very well received. A lot of the residents know me for my many years of involvement in the town. Because before I ran, I also was involved in so many things in the town. So I think I'm well known throughout the community.
Okay, so it's good timing.
Yes.
And Mary, if I may go to you for a minute, you alluded before we started on the air, a lot going on with the council too now, right?
Yeah, there is. There's, it's a lot in the beginning of the year, especially. We're doing all the budgeting along with the mayor and the administration. Once their budget is completed, then they'll bring it forward to us, and we vote to start the process from the council side of it. It's a lot of work, and it takes a lot of time, and there's so many things to be considered when you're going through this process.
Right.
And then there's other things going on now too, a lot of different projects and programs, and we're very excited. I think we hit the ground running, the whole new administration with the council, and I'm excited for the things that are to come.
Mary, when will the budget be ready to present?
We just last night we did an introduction where the mayor presented it to us and we accepted it. So now that's been done. Now we'll move forward. We'll have budget committee meetings where the council members come and discuss everything line by line.
Right.
That's the important thing with us. We really do appreciate the transparency and the time that it takes to really work through the budget and make sure that everyone understands what it's about and how it's going to affect the residents. This is important. The taxpayers are very important to us.
Oh, yeah, I
guess
guess so.
It's the primary. It's our primary concern, and it has to be done in the right way. And I think we do. I think we share. It's open to the public. The mayor's available if anyone has a question. So I think it's a very good process.
And we've been committed to the public to give back. So we always put a lot of money into capital improvements every year. We have a wonderful road improvement policy in effect in Old Bridge, how the roads are paved. So we do a lot of paving and drainage projects every year continuously.
Right, I was going to ask you that one point too. Is there anything special on the budget this year that you can see?
Well, I think overall it's pretty similar to the one from the year before. We've established, Gene, over the last 12 years, we really have established a very solid budget and a really good firm ground. So now it's a question of moving to different topics, if things change, like COVID changed things those years. So sometimes there's something that comes up that's different that we have to deal with. But I think the way we are so solid in how we've done this, it's become a much better process.
Yeah, it's very important.
It is, and I think we have stability, and that's the key too, Gene. We're not going up and down and up. We have stayed the course, and it's not always easy. Some decisions are not the easiest to make, but once they're made and you follow through, we have really accomplished a lot in the financial sector. We really have. and it's showing.
That's a great tribute to everybody.
No, that's
it.
Exactly. This is an effort on all the majority of the council, the mayor, the administration. Everybody has been working together, and it shows.
Okay.
It really does.
Yeah, I have a new business administrator. Hamachu Shaw retired.
Yes.
So now I have Anahita Feltz is my new business administrator, and she's doing a fabulous job.
Yeah, well, she did a great job over at Silver Linings too. Every
She's
time
actually
she was on
down
there.
in Atlantic City receiving another award. She's gone to the White House for awards she's received. So we're very lucky to have her. Yes.
But we had talked about maybe having her as a future guest.
Oh, that'd be perfect. Yeah.
Is there anything else we should talk about? Because I know you had some other issues you wanted to discuss.
Yeah, I would like to talk about JCP&L if we could.
Yeah, you had mentioned that.
A lot of residents are having complaints about lights being out throughout the town on many of the roads, even though they've called. So I had the JCP&L representative come in with my business administrator, Anna. We met to discuss what we could do about the problem. So she was telling us that residents have to go, if they see a light out, they should get a poll number and go online and make the complaint. But if it's dangerous and in nighttime or whatever, try to get at least an address that's close to the pole so they can find the pole.
Yes.
So she was telling us what's happening is during COVID, they were getting a different supplier for bulbs because companies are not making these sodium bulbs anymore. And they think they were receiving defective bulbs. So even though you made a complaint about a light, JCP&L might have went out, changed the light, and you didn't notice because maybe 3-4 days later, you're still out. The light was on when the technician was there, but they were burning out very quickly. They were supposed to last 3 to 5 years, but the bulbs were burning out. So they're not going to be using that supply of bulbs anymore. They're going to use the new supply. So they're asking, even though you've previously reported these poles, to report them again. And then we're going to see how that works out. And then if not, we're going to meet back with her. We're also going to have her come to a council meeting so she could speak to the council people and answer any questions we may have.
And how is JCP&L focusing on this? What are they doing about it?
Well, they're having, seems like the same problem throughout every area they represent.
Really?
We're not really very happy that they don't have a program where they go out and monitor the lights, that it's a burden on our residents. We're not real happy about that. We really asked them, would they consider having a program where they would proactively go out and look for these lights, but they said they don't have anything at this time. But we're not going to give up. We're going to stay on top of them.
Yeah, that's sort of interesting because they sort of do have a program when it comes to managing your home.
Yeah,
yes, I know. I wish they had a team go out. It would be nice for us, but unfortunately they don't. So we're going to try this route for now and see how it works.
Okay.
Yeah, I do think
good. There was another. I'm sorry, Mary. You were going to say
I
something.
think in the future they may, because we had discussed that, and they do a vegetation program. Where they trim the trees,
trim all the trees,
trying to get ahead of what inclement weather.
Right.
So now this is shifted from that to this problem with the outages. So I was hoping, and Debbie had mentioned to them maybe like a task force kind of thing where they can go out and assess each area and see what needs to be done, because it is a problem.
It's a problem. Some streets have many lights out.
People are very
and like
concerned.
if you're on a road, like I live on a dark road with no shoulder, if you're driving down the road at night, you're not going to pull over and put yourself in danger.
Yeah.
So you're just going to try to get an address that's close to there. Or if the whole street's out, we could just say, oh, the whole street is out. But it's important that they get this ticket number when they put in the complaint, so that they could follow up through the ticket numbers.
And did they report back then, hopefully?
Well, then you could go back on and you could check to see if that ticket number has been addressed. But they're using the new bulbs now, so hopefully this is going to correct itself.
Okay, well, good luck.
Thank
Hope
you.
it works well.
Well, we'll see.
Lights on.
Yeah.
There was another topic that you had mentioned off the air, and that was the advancement made at Menino Park. Do you want to talk more about that?
We're anticipating Menino, the new section of Menino will be opening this spring. For those residents that don't know, it's been talked about for many, many years. We have added 3 new additional fields to the back end of Menino Park, and it's absolutely beautiful. I've seen an aerial view of it, and also last year we had added 5 pickleball courts that now have lights.
Boy,
It's so exploding the sport that it's so packed you cannot even get on. In fact, yesterday it was so crowded that we're in this year's budget, if it passes in the Capitol, they have in there for 5 additional courts. So what they're going to do is the playground at Menino next to the pickleball courts, it's the next one that's due for repair.
Right.
So they're going to relocate that because it's not in a good location right now to a new part of the park, and they're going to put the 5 additional pickleball courts right near there.
Yeah.
So the children are going to have a new playground, and we're going to have new pickleball courts. So Menino Park is it's becoming a beautiful place.
Oh, yeah, it sure is. I remember when I first started that project. I think it's really grown a lot.
Yeah, and Sayerwood South is going to be moving over there because their fields get flooded all the time. So they'll be playing over there. They're very excited about playing there. The fields are absolutely beautiful.
Are you going to do anything at Guy Park with the pickleball courts? Or?
Not at this time. No. They're all staying at Menino for now. We do have some at the municipal court here. They're tennis courts that are converted.
Yeah.
And a lot of people like to play over here, depending on your skill level.
Yeah, but some of the places I have found where we are, the tennis players get a little upset if the pickleball players intrude.
Yeah.
Even with lining the court or whatever, you know.
Well, luckily we have enough courts over here, though, because we have 6 tennis courts in addition to the 2 pickleball courts, so it doesn't seem to be a problem, because it seems like pickleball's overtaken tennis in popularity.
I think so, too.
Yes.
I think particularly as you get older, pickleball is more favorable. Yeah. You don't have to run as far.
Well, you'd be surprised how many young people are coming to the sport of pickleball. A lot of families are coming. Yes, it's very popular.
Yeah, good. I know a lot of people down in Florida are playing pickleball. I just read 15,000 pickleball players in Florida.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's a whole new sport.
Yeah, it's good to people keep active. It's good social.
Yeah,
it's very good, yes.
It really is.
I think it's a great sport. I wish I could get back to playing it. If my knee would calm down, I'd be out there. Okay, folks, we're getting ready to take a break right now. We're talking with our new mayor, Mayor Debbie Walker, and we are joined by our president of the Township Council, Mary Sohor. Please stay with us. We'll be back in a moment.
It takes less than 1 minute to find out if you may have prediabetes. You can do it here. But you probably won't. You're busy. Kids, work, show coming back in 48 seconds. So let's do this now. Hold up 1 finger if you're a man, women, 0. 3 more fingers if you're over 60, 2 over 50, 1 over 40. If you're not sure, keep in mind you're sitting on a couch right now, so 1 more finger if you're not very active. 1 finger if yes, 0 if no. 1 yes, 0 no. Next, find the body type that looks most like you and hold up that many fingers while I look around awkwardly. And that's it. If you're holding up 5 fingers or more, you probably have prediabetes. Sorry to be so blunt, but hey, you're busy. Just go to the site.
Here you go.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, I'm Smokey Bear, and I made an assistant to help you prevent wildfires.
Dude, I've got this. I've been camping since I was 5 years old.
But I am a camping influencer.
You know what? I'll bet you $5. Okay. Assistant Smokey, what is the best way to put out a campfire?
To put out a campfire, drown with water, stir, drown again. Then make sure the fire is out cold by feeling with the back of your hand.
Wait, really?
I'll take the $5.
If you need to do something to feel okay to drive, you're not okay to drive.
Don't drive buzzed.
Hi, folks. Welcome back to Old Bridge Outlook. Today, we're extremely fortunate to have with us our new mayor, Debbie Walker. We're also pleased to have with us Mary Sohor, who is the president of the Township Council. And ladies, if we can pick up where we left off, one thing we had talked a little bit off the air was a pet project, I think, Cottrell Farm. What do you think, Mayor?
Oh, we love it. It was originally slated at one time to be thousands of homes. Luckily, it was acquired through the open space, and it's been a process. Phase 2 is almost complete now. And I just want to mention that almost all of Cottrell Park was done with grant money as well. The reason it's not open, I just want the public to know, is we're not allowed to open without restrooms. But the restrooms have been done now. The thing that was holding it up is on back order some of the splash pad pieces of the splash pad, but they're due to come in, and we're hoping for a grand ribbon cutting in April. Right now, we're going to have a playground, a splash pad, we have a picnic area, and then phase 3 is going to include walking trails throughout the apple orchards. And for people that don't know where Cottrell Park is, just let them know it's on the corner of 516 and Cottrell Road, right across the street from the municipal complex here.
Yes, ma'am. Is there going to be any community garden? I know our former mayor was very big on getting a community garden.
Yes, we're anticipating having a community garden there. In fact, we're on the recreation board, and one of our members is very involved in the community garden and beautifying the town. So yes, we're definitely going to have a community garden there.
Yeah,
I'm sure that will please one person.
I think many people.
Yeah.
Yes.
What will phase 3 look like?
Well, that's going to include when we're going to expand out to the walking trails, because it's for passive recreation. And now I don't know if you noticed, a lot of the buildings have been fixed. The old original buildings have been saved and preserved, and we're hoping in the future to use them for cultural arts and have some of our festivals over there. Maybe our fall festival will be over there, because we could open the barns up and things like that. And we're hoping to have maybe plays over there, things like that. There's a lot of possibilities.
I think that would be great. I mean, that was discussed a long time ago with Karen Tortorici, as a matter of fact, rest her soul. She was very enthused about getting that built for the, as you said, shows and things like that. That would be a great plus.
It's just beautiful. It really is. And you know what? It's a blending, in my opinion, of old and new. You know, the history is there. It's a beautiful home, like Debbie said, the barns. It's a beautiful place. And then the new, what's coming, the splash pad, we're trying to blend together the old and the new. And I think it's going to work really well. I think people are happy about it. They're bringing together people of all ages. So there'll be something for everyone. And that was what the goal was, so that there would be something for all the population. You know, whether you're young, whether you're an older person, you like to take walks, you enjoy the community gardens, an arboretum. This is important. We have to preserve our history, but yet we have to grow. So this, I thought, was a great combination of both.
I think so. Excuse me, Mayor, you were going to say?
Oh yeah, the splash pad's going to be open from Memorial Day through Labor Day. There'll be a small fee, you know, to use the splash pad.
Yeah, that was also in the works for a while, I remember. Is there going to be anything more done about the building for the stages and things like that?
Yeah, at this time they haven't done anything as the phases move forward. And then we're going to rely on our cultural arts. Also, we have a committee for ideas and things like that.
It's always funding too. As each phase is completed,
phase we get more funding.
We start looking for more grants, and our grant, we really have, like Debbie said, been so successful in getting all this funding.
I remember,
and that's where, you know, in
Millions
order to
of
keep this going, we have to go in phases, and you know, we want community input as well. You know, when it's completed in the future, it's something to be very proud of.
That will definitely be a home run for you, Mayor.
Unfortunately, Pat Cottrell, who used to live there, she unfortunately passed away this year. She had come to one of the ribbon cuttings when Mayor Henry was here, and I was hoping she could have been here for the final ribbon cutting.
Yeah, that's too bad.
Yes.
It is.
Okay, second course, if we could. Second thought, and that's the golf course. I know there's been a great deal of talk about that. It's now underway. And you're a golfer, Mayor?
Yes, I'm a golfer.
What did you tell us about the golf course?
It's absolutely beautiful. As you know, Gene, that was a farm for hundreds of years. And it's amazing. I actually had the opportunity to play the course, and when you're on that course, you can't believe that was a farm, because it used to be flat land, and it's so hilly. There's lakes in it, the trees. It's absolutely beautiful. You don't even realize you're on the farm when you're playing it, and it's a nice asset for the community, because we also have a mini golf there and a driving range, so it's good for all family members. It's good for young and old as well. We're anticipating the golf course is going to open with tee times in April. It was open just a little bit at the end of fall.
I remember a soft opening.
To see how things would work out. But they're hoping to have a full opening in mid-April sometime. And Old Bridge residents get a discount. They could go online and sign up in advance for the tee. You have to sign up in advance for the tee time. It's been very, very busy. And the driving range is actually open, I think, till 8 o'clock at night when it opens, but they have lights.
Mayor, is it something that's being done now by an outside management firm to take care of the golf course?
Yes, it's not something we do, and then we get money to the golf utility every year from them. Yes, so it's not costing us a dime. It's free to us. It was built for free too, so.
That's
better.
That's even better.
It's a big bonus for the residents, yes.
Yeah. And you know what? It was also, again, when they spoke about naming the golf course, it was done preserving our history. The Rose, it's called. Now, that was the family who lived there for how many hundreds
the
of
Rose
years.
family.
And it was so nice to have them come to the ribbon cutting. They came and they had stories, you know, and they were so pleased that we were remembering that part of history in Old Bridge, and that's important. So it's new, but it has that.
Very well.
It has that older, you know. So I think that's a good. We try to, you know, that's been tried the theme throughout everything with Owen and now Debbie, that they appreciate moving forward, but they also appreciate the past.
And they were so happy that it was a golf course, because it was all open space, and you had to see the looks on their face. They were so thrilled with the golf course. I don't know if you've been there, but it's absolutely beautiful.
No, I was going to ask you one thing.
Go.
For the sake of people who may not know, where is it located physically?
Okay, it's on Lambertson Road on both sides of the street.
Right.
Yes, it's between 516 and Amboy Road.
Okay, so that gives it a good positioning, because I've heard some people discuss, where is it? You know, particularly when it was underway.
Very pretty place. And now in the fall, when we were there and the leaves were turning, it's just incredible. I don't golf, but I went, you know, naturally. And I'll tell you what, you could sit. They had the Adirondacks chairs. You could sit. They have an area that, you know, where people can sit and talk. It was so peaceful. It was beautiful. I said, Deb, you enjoy, and I'll just have, you know,
you'll caddy.
Well, you know, we had a lot of animals, and actually a woman had moved in before the golf course was built, and she said, "Oh, Debbie, I'm so worried about them building this golf course."
Running
and she called me up. She said, "Oh, it's beautiful looking at it at night with the sunset." And she said, "I see the deer running out there." So it's nice, because it actually has preserved the animals as well.
Oh, they're happy. They get to eat that grass. That's like eating, you know, you're eating a good brand there.
Good brand, okay. Mayor, you wanted to chat about a couple of other things, something about the housing.
Oh, yes, I'd just like to read a little public service announcement for the people here.
Please.
The Old Bridge Housing Authority is accepting applications for the Housing Choice Voucher Program, known as Section 8. Applicants must fall under one of the following categories: low income, elderly, persons with disabilities, disabled veterans, and homeless. Apply online from March 18, 2024 at 7 a.m. to March 20th, 2024, 11:59 p.m., or until 125 applications are received. For information and to apply, please visit www.oldbridgehousing.com/openings. Please note, there are no paper applications available. Also, I want to tell you, the library is also helping people fill out applications, so you could go there as well.
Okay, is this going to be publicized more?
Yes, we've been publicizing it on our website. We've announced it at the council meeting. I've said it now. I've said it at my public service announcement.
She really has.
We're trying to get it out, the word out as much as we can.
Yeah, but Debbie's very proactive in trying to get people to, be able to
we want to
have
make sure
these
people
vouchers.
apply.
You really are. Yep.
There's only so many vouchers given out. That's why there's only 125 applications received, and they cut it off.
There's always a need for housing.
Yes,
and
ma'am.
for people who don't have quite the ability now, the rentals are very high. Home ownership is a little difficult. So we're trying to, anytime we have an opportunity to provide, this administration is being very proactive. That's a big issue. Debbie's really very much in favor of getting people housing that need the housing, so.
Well, you run the
Okay.
Housing Authority. You could
Yeah.
talk a little about that if
Yeah,
you want
no.
to with your Section 8.
Yeah, yep.
How
So-
many the vouchers.
Yeah, and people need that. Like I said, it's a little difficult, more than a little difficult now for
Yes,
people.
it's very hard. Like prices of food. I know our food bank
Yeah.
has seen a tremendous increase of people.
Yeah.
And we actually had a shortage of cereal for a while because
Really?
the cereal is so
Oh, the
expensive in
price.
the store. They're making the boxes smaller too.
Yeah,
And
that's
if you
the
have
old trick.
you have some children, that's quite expensive
Yeah.
to feed cereal.
I know.
Yes.
I'm an old marketing guy, so I know all these tricks.
Yeah.
Did you want to talk about
Yes,
any-
getting a lot of questions about what's happening. We have an acting police chief for quite a while now.
Yes, ma'am.
What's happening? So I just want to say we have begun the process. We want to do it the right way. So it has begun, and we're in the final stages right now, and we should be having a new chief of police very soon.
Okay,
just
well,
want
thank
people
you
to
for
know.
that. And folks, I think we're getting about ready to end this program. Want to thank you, Mary, for coming in today.
Oh, thank you, Gene. It's always a pleasure to see you.
And thank you. And Mayor, pleasure having you, introducing you to the people who may not know you are the mayor right now. But I think you and I will be doing a lot more guests.
Oh yeah, I think it's important for the residents to know what's going on.
Yes, ma'am.
And I really want to thank you, Gene, so much for giving your time.
Yeah,
Well, thank you. I love doing this. I've been doing this a long time.
Yes, I know.
I know.
And I know, but you do this for free. You're volunteers. I want you to know.
Yeah, how
thank
come?
you.
How come I do that for free? You're right.
Yes.
Okay. Well, thank you very much again, Mary, for coming.
Thank you, Gene.
Mayor, it's a pleasure again welcoming you. And folks, this has been Old Bridge Outlook today. We had a good discussion with Mary and the mayor about things taking place in the township. So please continue to watch Channel 15, Channel 22 if you have FiOS, and we'll be coming back with other guests at another time. Take care. I'm Gene McLoughlin.